What have other people thought your life should look like?
Ich möchte Sie alle herzlich willkommen heißen zur Eröffnung von The Sound und damit auch dem Beginn der zweiten Monheim Triennale. Rie Nakajima proposed to the city the idea of having the Sound Festival.
It's really a public festival, and when you will see when we do the round trip, we use the city as a body of sound. All artists did something very specific for Monheim.
I just would once like to name them all. So it's Hakeem Adam, Anushka Chkheidze, Angela de Weijer, Devine, John Grzinich, Christina Kubisch, Myriam Lefkowitz, Meulenijzer, Rie Nakajima, Phillip Sollmann and Konrad Sprenger, Staalplaat Soundsystem, Chris Watson, James Webb and Robert Wilson.
Was ist das eigentlich mit der Klangkunst? Was ist da anders als das Konzert? Sie sind ja nicht an Orten, wo Sie eine Bühne haben, wo Sie hinkommen, wissen, da ist was Vielversprechendes, Sie haben ein teures Ticket bezahlt, also muss es auch hochqualitativ sein. Sie wissen gar nicht, auf was Sie sich einlassen. Und wir auch nicht. Und das ist ein Teil dessen, was wir machen, nämlich, dass wir Orte bespielen, aber auch in der Rezeption, in der Wahrnehmung ändern. Und es gibt leider immer weniger Orte, wo so etwas passieren kann, weil wir immer weniger öffentliche Räume haben, die für alle da sind. Es wird immer enger, alles ist besetzt, die Flussufer sind besetzt, die Seen sind besetzt, die Straßen sind besetzt. Wo wir überhaupt alle hingehen können, das sind wenige. Und hier in Monheim gibt es noch eine ganze Menge. Und deswegen möchte ich Sie auch bitten, nicht immer mit dieser Erwartung zu kommen, da muss jetzt was ganz Tolles abgehen, sondern einfach vorbeigehen, hören. Vielleicht wirkt es erst in der Stunde nach, vielleicht auch gar nicht, aber auf jeden Fall wird es vielleicht doch Ihre Wahrnehmung von einem Ort verändern. Also diese Orte, die uns zur Verfügung gestellt worden sind, für die möchte ich mich bedanken im Namen aller Künstler.
Yeah, when you drive around and you have a roundabout, that's extremely interesting because then the sound, of course, gets the chance to project on the whole round.
When I first visited Monheim, I was very much struck by the utility and function of this public space and how people from both sides of the community share it and what the infrastructure is supposed to represent, you know, on a human level, on a political level, on a social level. What does it mean to have this passageway that connects to communities? And it made me reflect on my own kind of like situation of social mobility, which you can think of it literally, you can think of it philosophically or socially, but thinking about how you're able to move through society, which paths and avenues open up for you, which connections are possible, which connections are welcome, and which connections are permitted.
You might wonder why there's no organ sounds here audible, because it's called modular organ system. In the first place, we were thinking to fill it with sound like we normally do with drones and organ pipes, and now we went to do the opposite and leave a lot of space to be able to even listen to the city surrounding. And it's very interesting to hear what the space does with the sound, which is very percussive. So it's kind of the opposite of what we have done so far.
Ja, ist. Und das ist der Geburtstag der Sonne, des Lebens und der Liebe und der Lieder. Die Welt hört nicht auf zu beginnen.
First things I did was to stand where you're standing. See this red brick house, and it was very beautiful. So I came up with the idea of this wooden clapboard house as a counterpoint. First I had an idea to have a girl in a small goose. After a while I thought, oh, that's boring. So I thought to put a big goose inside the little house.
Schau in den Brunnen, lausche.
Schau in den Brunnen, lausche. Der Wind bewegt sich, der Wind bewegt die Wiesen.
Yes, hello everybody.
Hello.
I feel like a school trip. But I started working this project in 2016 in the Netherlands. We also have a warning system like this. Yeah, it's quite tricky material to work with because it's always serious usually when you hear it. So you cannot just test around with it. But it's really difficult to get the trust of the government. So it's a long time and I never managed to do it in the Netherlands. And then Frank called and he said, we have 12 sirens, would you be up for working with it? I was like, yeah, too bad it's only 12 sirens and not 4,300, but okay, I will come. So I'm very happy.
What you hear now is pure electricity. It's not treated electronically, it's just partly taken directly through this circle of speakers, but there's more electrical sounds which have been partly recorded from international transformer power stations, let's say Las Vegas or Nigeria or France or the Ruhrgebiet. And so you will hear other electricity visiting Monheim.
Artistically, for me, the most important in my process in music is childhood. My project name is Lost Lullaby. I have lots of German lullabies now, but for example, I have already Polish one, English one, also one boy sang for me, and it will come more. And also I will use Georgian one because I will sing myself my favorite lullaby. And when I'm meeting people, mostly they have the feeling that, oh, I don't remember what was my favorite song in my childhood. Oh, I don't remember melody, I don't remember text. But if they will came up, they're like really happy about that. And I want to take this happiness here.
What you can hear now in the background are these animals, hippopotamus, because the piece plays out in real time. It's 12 hours of a day in the Masai Mara, and it's 5:30 now, so the hippos are coming out of the water. So during that time, you will experience the sunrise, the dawn chorus. You'll also experience sex, death, cannibalism, and the daily soap opera of life in the Masai Mara.
What happens when the objects and relationships that sustain us begin to threaten the world we have come to rely on?
Over the next month, we'll see what the river has to say to the residents of Monheim.
Which possible futures would you like to avoid?
The artwork is called A Series of Personal Questions Addressed to the River Rhine. It's part of an ongoing series of mine where I literally interview objects. Objects are placed in a space, and then a voice poses questions to them. Sincere questions that myself and other people would like to know the answer to. And in this case, the object, so to speak, is the mighty Rhine.
What other worlds, unknown to humans, are present in you?
Became a different dimension when we are there because of the sound, and you feel like you're not really in Monheim. You feel like you're in a different space, I would say, because it's like so magical and it is constantly changing when you're constantly walking around, and it's something beautiful. Yeah.
Thank you. Really great answers. Thank you so much.
This piece is called Inaudible Air. It comprises signals that are normally inaudible. It's a companion to the piece in the shopping centre that comprises sounds that are audible in the air. What you can hear here are very low frequency radio waves. They're naturally occurring radio waves. We can hear a whistler storm, which are very, very delicate sort of downward frequency sweeps, but they are from very significant weather events, and they are mixed with solar oscillations, and that I have sonified to be able to hear the overtone structure of the sun. If you go quite close to the glass is acting really as a giant speaker, so if you go quite close, you can hear the detail in the work.
I'm an artist working with sound and space, kind of between music and sculpture, or both. We are utilizing the unique element of the site, which is like nature and wind, and what we have and find in the spot.
Powerless flight is really just coming out of the pandemic. We had to kind of shut down of society, but for many people who work with sound, it was also a kind of reorientation towards the non-human. We're able to record cities as we've never heard them before. So there seemed to be a sort of response to the human inactivity. Powerless flight was really this feeling of this sort of takeoff, where we would actually shut down.
Based on our bodily capacity and appetite for trust, this walk tries to question our relationship between sensing, perceiving, and imagining, wondering how we might walk as strangers or dreamers in a well-known urban environment. Also wondering how transformed this city can be when our sensorial and imaginary experience is enhanced.